Das Herzchakra hat 12 Blütenblätter und die Farbe Rot. Das Zentrum der Schöpfung ist das Herz und deshalb sind alle anderen Chakras mit ihm verbunden. Die verborgene Essenz der Schöpfung ist Liebe und das Herz ist die Quelle der Freude und Liebe in uns.
This center is very important. On the left hand side is the mother's side, and the mother itself is. If the mother is a lunatic, you get a problem there. You might get it, we call it a heart. There are two hearts. One is the heart of the spirit and one is the heart chakra. If a mother is a fanatic, she's a woman who is very fanatic about her food, things like that, then the children get it. It's a dangerous thing to play with children like that, to have complete discipline on the children and just keep them, must walk straight like a horse, put two things. And children should be allowed to have their freedom. Actually, when we suppress them too much, they become hooligans. That way Indians are better, they know how to bring up their children. They allow their children to have all the freedom, just give them the idea of dignity. And when the children are so free with their parents in childhood, by the time they're about 4 or 5, they become extremely dignified.
Auf der physischen Ebene ist das Herz für die Atmung und den Herzschlag zuständig. Es ist auch das Organ, das die notwendigen Antikörper produziert, um uns gegen alle Angriffe auf unser Immunsystem oder gegen uns selbst zu verteidigen.
The center heart is governed by the Mother of the Universe. She gives us the sense of security. When you are at the age of 12 years, the bone that is in front here starts emitting antibodies. It creates antibodies within it till the age of 12 years. And then these antibodies are really the soldiers of the Mother of the Universe. We call her Jagadamba in Sanskrit language. And they spread to the whole of the body, and wherever there is an attack, they inform each other and they fight it out. These antibodies are created in the sternum bone, in the front side of the, we can say the ribs, where the ribs meet, thoracic region, that part, they stay there, are created till the age of 12 years. Now what happens in ladies especially, they are the mothers also. When their motherhood is challenged, they get a problem. Like a woman, say her husband is a flirt, he has a roving eyes or sort of a thing, and she's insecure. Then this motherhood is challenged. And when it is challenged, she gets a problem there. And she gets a disease of the breast cancer and all that is caused by the insecurity of a woman. If a woman is insecure, she may be with any reason insecure, she gets this breast cancer. The father resides in this center, previous center, the Nabhi Chakra, and rises above and then settles down on to the right side. This is the fatherhood. Say a gentleman yesterday told me that he had trouble with his asthma. Apart from that, it comes from the father's grief. His father had died, and the father himself is not willing to leave him, is worried about him. It can happen to any one of us. If a man is unkind to his son, it's a father principle. If the son is unkind to the father, so the father is hurt. It's the father principle if it is disturbed by any chance, or suddenly father dies and you feel the pinch of that all your life, All that can work out here and you get this right heart catch. With that, you get asthma. It is said that in homeopathy they believe that with more tension you get it. Because when you are more tense, you see, you remember your father. If he was here, he would have helped you. In the subconscious sometimes it works out. And that's how it adds to the problem. It is so simple to work out that you'll be amazed that if you have to just raise the principle of father in a person like that, who might be a dejected father, who might be a cruel father, who might be a son who has lost the father, can be anything. That you have to just put your hand on that part and just say a mantra, a chanting, which will raise or which will awaken the fatherhood in a full bloom, and you get cured. It's very simple.
Wenn die Kundalini dieses Chakra erweckt, verbindet sich unser Herz mit der alles durchdringenden Kraft der Liebe. Es führt uns auf den Weg zum Yoga, was Verbindung bedeutet, und zu innerer Glückseligkeit, die dieser Zustand mit sich bringt. Der Geist, Spirit, residiert auf der linken Seite dieses Chakras. Er ist nichts anderes als die Reflexion des Absoluten in uns. Er ist das, was wir als unser wahres oder inneres Selbst bezeichnen würden.
It's a very ambiguous word. Even to alcohols we call it spirits, even to the dead souls we call them spirits, and even to the spirit, that is BR, the pure being, which is called as Atma in Sanskrit language, we call the word spirit. Here I am saying, talking about that spirit, which is the pure being within you, which is a detached being within you, which is the witness within you, which sees you all the time, which watches you, which resides within you as joy and happiness in the heart. It resides in the heart. This spirit is not in our conscious mind, is not in our central nervous system, is not under our control. To give it an analogy, I say that the left side within us is like the brake, and the right side is like an accelerator in a car. Now in the car, we are learning driving, sitting in the front seat, and there is the master watching at the back and seeing the whole play. Now what you do is to go to the left, means sometimes you put the brake, sometimes you put the accelerator, make mistakes, and then you learn how to drive. That learning how to drive is the wisdom part of it, which comes to us through balancing our lives. Balance is the most important thing to begin with. But even if you don't have balance, I have seen in Sarjaga very imbalanced people get into the balance. Now this balancing, left and right, or say of the brake and the accelerator, gives you a position where you can say, now you have mastered the driving. But still there is the master sitting at the back. Then you become the master. The master is the spirit within you. You become the spirit and you start watching yourself as a driver. The whole thing becomes like a play, like a drama. That you separate yourself and start seeing everything happening before your eyes. Everything happening just like a drama outside you. And you are not the part and parcel of it. So you enter into the area of your axis and the periphery loses its impact on you. You become a person who is silent, blissful, quiet, and sees the periphery, the movement of the periphery, but you are not in it.
You are.
You are in the outline of a meadow, on a hill, far away.
In the landscape of a light pink sky, among sparkling pearls.
Close by, in the water drop that quivers with 1,000
Close
rainbows.
by, in the water drop that quivers with 1,000 rainbows, on the tip of a delicate blade of grass.
everywhere.
In the ever-changing forms of this world,
You breathe in the clouds, in the
in
leaves,
the animals, in the rocks,
in the children, in every being.
in every being.
You are.
You are.
You are.
You are in the finite,
In the finite and the infinite universes. And I desire you always in my heart.
Wir legen die rechte Hand auf das Herz und horchen dabei auf unseren Atem. Versuchen wir nach und nach die Atemzüge zu verlängern. Wenn wir das Ein- und Ausatmen ausdehnen, entsteht eine Pause dazwischen, auch Vilam genannt, was so viel wie Leere bedeutet. Diese Übungen wiederholen wir, bis wir merken, dass wir in einen Zustand der völligen Stille gelangen, die sich in uns ausbreitet. Versuchen wir, einige von den Qualitäten in unserem Herzen zu spüren, die die Kundalini in uns erweckt hat. Wir bitten mit der rechten Hand auf dem Herzen: Bitte, Mutter Kundalini, lass mich die Reinheit, das Mitgefühl, die Liebe und Freude in meinem Herzen spüren. Hilf mir, die Poesie des Lebens, die Schönheit der Natur und die Harmonie des Universums zu fühlen. Mutter Kundalini, hilf mir, die Gefühle meines Herzens auszuweiten. Lass mich den Zustand der Grenzenlosigkeit spüren, ohne Anfang und Ende. Bitte hilf mir, mich über alles zu erheben und in völliger Verbindung mit der Seele des Kosmos, Zeuge des Universums zu sein. Mutter Kundalini, lass das Herz des Universums Objekt meiner Meditation sein. Hilf mir, aus ganzem Herzen und mit Anmut zu vergeben und lass mich den Zustand innerer Glückseligkeit erreichen. Wir können die Meditation beenden, indem wir unsere rechte Hand 5 bis 10 cm über die Fontanelle halten. Hier versuchen wir, die Stille unseres Herzens durch den Strom der Vibrationen, der diesem Kanal entströmt, zu lauschen. Zuletzt legen wir unsere rechte Hand wieder auf das Herz und versuchen zu spüren, dass wir Teil von und eins mit dem Spirit des Universums sind.